Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, all my beloved teachers and all my beloved friends in this school, excuse me, I want to deliver my presentation about the strengths and weakness of teacher. The strength and weakness of teacher in learning in the classroom or outside the classroom are known through self-reflection for teachers. Okay, as professional teachers are obligated to always improve themselves in learning methods so that the tasks carry out achieve the set goals. In order for teacher to be wise in overcoming learning problem, teacher need to reflect after learning in class. This self-reflection is important for teachers because with this reflection, teacher will be able to make improvement in carrying out their tasks. Logically, the teacher will be honest when reflecting because no one is supervising him. What is the self-reflection and how to do it? Do you know? Okay, to ensure, let's look at the next explanation. Reflection is an activity to evaluate learning outcomes to identify deficiencies in learning and find solutions to improve future learning. The key to being successful teacher in the teachers must have four competencies. At the first is pedagogical competence, teacher skill in managing the process learning. Number two, personality competence, teacher must be able to act the accordance with the religious. Okay, with the religious norm, legal norms, social and Indonesian national culture, teacher must be patient, disciplined, honest, and humble. The third, professional competence. The teachers must master the learning material, structure, and scientific methodology more broadly and deep. For social competence, the teacher's ability to understand himself as part of the society and citizen. The most important thing about reflection is that teachers are able to evaluate learning outcomes and determine solution as to why learning is unsuccessful of this not the same of objective. In this way, teachers will always improve themselves in learning, which is turn will improve student learning. Okay. For example, teacher has personal strengths include at the first, teacher must be flexible. One example of personal advantage that we can use in the learning process or our main task at the madrasa in flexibility. This means that we can be placed in various positions according to the school need. Number two, teacher must be confident. As basic principle, teacher's personality must have the spirit, self-confidence, and optimistic spirit. This confidence attitude can make you look ambitious and ready to work for the school. The third, teacher must be neatness in dressing, appearance, neat administration, neatness in preparing lesson plan, neatly in all respect is an attitude that teacher must have list as rule model for this educational student. Okay, and next, 4. Teacher have problem solving abilities. The greater of lesser extent, we as teacher have our own strength, namely problem solving abilities. Of course, if the learning process we encounter several problems, no matter what problem occur in learning, we as teacher are always ready to study and try hard to find a solution. Number 5. Teachers must actively collaborate. We as teacher have an active spirit of collaboration, especially in learning. Next, 6. Teachers must be creative and innovative. This means that as teacher you must be able to create conducive and enjoyable learning activities in variety of ways and can involve students directly. Creative and innovative teacher must understanding the character of student, utilizing and digital learning system, create creative and interesting learning media oriented to high order thinking skill. And next, number 7, teacher must be sincere and friendly. This means that friendly teacher must be communicative in interacting with the student in the learning process. This means that the teacher speak and behave with authority and places the student. Okay. Next, we will explain some of the teacher, the mystic of the teacher, the less of the teacher. 1. In teaching, many of teachers rarely instill element of values, norms and ethics in students. The solution is to try to use holistic learning pattern, namely applying learning in comprehensive and integrated manner to student. Number 2, the less of the teacher. The teacher often, when teaching, teachers don't bring media or learning tool to the class. The solution is to prepare media related to the learning material. The third, teacher pay less attention to the student initial abilities. The solution, teachers should be able to group students according to their abilities. For example, the sitting position is adjusted in such way that the student is comfortable. The division of work group for student is more directed toward developing student potential. 4. Teachers rarely bring students into the real world of children, just explaining the theory. The solution is to often bring students to see directly the learning object being studied so that they can experience important thing in their life. Number 5, teacher rarely read a book and other reference, developing regular schedule developing a regular schedule of how many books to read in one day, 1 week to broaden your knowledge is the right solution. At the last, Teacher rarely use fun teaching method. The solution is to master various teaching methods such as contextual teaching learning, quantum teaching, inquiry, project-based learning, and others. Okay. Finally, I think enough here. What can I deliver to you all about the strengths and weakness of the teacher? Finally, we pray to Allah. May Allah always guide us in our learning and imparting, delivering the knowledge to student so that it become useful knowledge. Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Okay? This is the presentation that we can deliver. I can deliver to you all. And thank you for your attention. And please forgive me, apologize me for any mistakes. See you later. Next to meet you and happy to meet you again. See you later. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.